Another question, another answer. The question is it harder for you to play faster songs because of your disability in your hand? I'll show you. So in terms of things like sweep picking and that kind of thing, it is generally harder for this hand. I'll just show you quickly as well. Like, this is my left hand, so this is my picking hand. This one isn't really affected. This is like loose as hell, you know. And then, but this hand, this has CP in it. And look, if I do the same, there's next to no movement in it. And then also, if I don't tuck my elbow in, like, this is as far as I can turn my hand. So then I have to do this to be able to play guitar. Because of the tightness in my hand and the nature of what CP is, like, if you do something intense and you have CP, what will happen is we'll tend to kind of lock up a little bit, because the messages that are going from our brain to our body is kind of, they're like short-circuiting a little bit. That's kind of what CP is really, is the messages aren't going properly to the body because of the brain damage. And so if I try to do things quick, things will lock up, you know. But how I get around this is by doing things in flurries. So rather than being like, you know, doing all the kind of sweeping thing, also I'm using a 2P because all my picks downstairs, but you know, doing things like that kind of thing. I will use them as transitions, but I won't be like sweeping loads like Yngwie Malmsteen, that, because my hand just can't do it. So I'll do things like this instead. You know, to try and use more like hammer-ons and pull-offs and legato-y sort of stuff. I'm not good at legato either because of the same thing, but I'm better at that than something like sweep picking, because it's just too much for my hand to handle, basically. But I can get away with it. I can do all that chicken picking-y stuff that's quite fast. You know, all that stuff. But yeah. Now, luckily, this doesn't affect me with things like teaching, because I understand the mechanics of things like sweep picking and legato. I understand those completely. It's just the physicality for me is the tricky part. And also, I think I covered in the previous question that I was answering, over time, I feel my hand has got worse. So I don't know what it's going to be like in maybe, you know, 10, 20, 30 years. You know, I don't know if I'll be able to play to the same standard, but to be honest, I'm more grateful for what I can do now with the guitar than worried about what I might not be able to do in the future. So it's kind of a situation of like, what is it they say? Make hay when the sun shines, or something. It's kind of that. While I can play, I will. And then maybe if one day I can't, then that'll be time for me to hang it up. But I hope that if I'm lucky enough to live to sort of 60, 70, 80 years old, I can still play guitar a little bit. But yeah, I'm just going to keep going until the wheels fall off, ladies and gents. That's how I'm going to live my whole life, let alone guitar playing. Thank you for the great question. If anybody else has any more questions, please do feel free to ask. I don't get offended at nothing, so yeah. Far away. And thank you all for the support as well. The follows have gone mental, the lives are amazing, and yeah, I really appreciate all your support, everybody. So hit that follow button, help a man out. Love you, bye.